In this video, we are going to break down the legal due diligence scope of a wind project in project finance. The purpose of legal due diligence is simple. Confirm that the project is bankable, enforceable, transferable, and resilient over the long term. Let us structure this into 5 pillars: corporate structure, land and permits, construction contracts, operation contracts, and revenue framework. First, legal due diligence starts with a review of the corporate aspects of the project company. We review the deed of incorporation, bylaws, and shareholder resolutions. The objective is to confirm that the company is validly incorporated, properly authorized, and has the corporate capacity to enter into all project agreements. The shareholders' agreement is critical. We assess governance, reserved matters, dividend restrictions, transfer limitations, and change of control clauses. Lenders need clarity on who controls the asset and how decisions are made. We also verify assignability of contracts and the existence of direct agreements granting step-in rights to financing banks. Then, regulatory, permitting, and land security. A wind project without secure land and permits has no value. Due diligence verifies land lease agreements, land ownership rights, grid connection rights, and substation arrangements. We assess the duration of leases, termination rights, rent escalation, and alignment with financing tenor. The permit process is reviewed in detail. Environmental permits, construction permits, operating permits, and compliance with planning law. We verify that permits are final, not subject to appeal, and transferable to lenders. Grid connection agreements are analyzed for technical conditions, costs, curtailment risks, and liability allocation. Then, construction and supply contracts. Construction risk is central in project finance. The engineering, procurement, and construction contract must provide a clear scope, fixed price structure, defined schedule, and robust delay liquidated damages. We examine key dates, long stop dates, mechanical completion, commissioning tests, and final acceptance criteria. Liability caps, performance guarantees, bank guarantees, insurance provisions, and termination rights are reviewed carefully. The turbine supply agreement deserves special focus. We analyze power performance warranty, availability warranty, serial defect clauses, weather risk allocation, intellectual property rights, and transfer of title and risk. The balance of plant construction agreement must properly interface with the turbine supply contract to avoid responsibility gaps. Then, operation and maintenance framework. Once operational, revenue depends on availability. The operation and maintenance agreement must define scope of services, spare parts obligations, response times, availability guarantees, and defect liability periods. We examine penalty mechanisms, liability caps, change of law clauses, force majeure, and termination provisions. Step-in rights for lenders and direct agreements with contractors are fundamental. Commercial management agreements and technical management agreements are also assessed for scope clarity, remuneration mechanisms, liability exposure, and termination rights. The guiding principle: does the contractual framework protect cash flow stability? Then revenue structure and offtake. Revenue contracts determine bankability. We review the power purchase agreement or applicable renewable energy support regime. Key elements include duration, pricing formula, payment security, termination rights, change in law provisions, and force majeure. Direct marketing agreements are assessed for balancing responsibility, curtailment risk, and market premium mechanisms. We confirm that revenue streams are predictable, assignable to lenders, and protected against unilateral termination. In addition, across all contracts which will be reviewed, the legal due diligence will also focus on limitation of liability and liability caps, termination events and early withdrawal, assignment and change of control, security packages and guarantees, insurance requirements, dispute resolution and arbitration, force majeure and adverse weather risk, Legal due diligence is a risk mapping exercise. The objective is to understand how legal risk translates into financial risk, construction delay risk, performance risk, counterparty risk, regulatory risk, and enforceability risk. A well-structured legal framework ensures that technical underperformance, contractor default, or regulatory change does not destroy the debt repayment profile. When reviewing a legal due diligence report, always ask, is the risk clearly allocated and quantified? If the answer is yes, the project is legally bankable. If you found this summary useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your colleagues and friends, and check the description below the video for useful information. Thanks for watching.